So let me tell you about the amplifier you're looking at right now. This is the type of amplifier I used to make Armed and Dangerous Through Malicious Intent. So I used this from 1983 to 1986. It's a Roland Cube 60 amplifier. This is the newer version of it, although it sounds exactly the same as the old school version that was available in the 80s. Biggest difference between this one and the old one would be the color. This one's black. They used to make them orange. And the other difference is this one comes with effects on board like flanger and phaser and choruses and things like that, whereas the old version only came with an overdrive. And all I use is the overdrive anyway, so it's just fine. And I've set this up now. It's going to only sound like the old version. It's got the overdrive in place. I've got the settings made to be pretty much identical to what I used during the Evil Invaders era. And I'm going to use the Evil Invaders guitar, and I'm going to play some riffs for you on this amp, and let's see if we can capture the old sound that I had back in those days. Okay, my friends, I'm ready to start the riffing video. One thing I'm learning as I make these videos, and a couple of months ago I knew nothing about doing this stuff, and of course I'm trying to learn quickly so I can get something of quality out to you. But what I'm learning is perfection's pretty tough to do by yourself. I'm not sure it's attainable even with help. But I'm doing this by myself, so everything's not going to be perfect. I'm going to do some riffing, and I can't zoom in on the guitar or anything like that. Maybe I could if I had better command of the editing tools, but I don't have those yet. And so you're going to watch me riff from here, and someday in the future I'll make riffing videos where I break down how I play individual songs if I get requests to do that. I mean, I'm not going to do something if I don't hear from people specifically what they want to, that they're interested in something. But I'm going to just sit here and riff for you. And I've got the Evil Invaders guitar. This is the guitar that I recorded the album Evil Invaders with. And it's beautiful vintage heavy butt-kicking guitar. I've got a few of these. If you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, you probably know that. But this is the Evil Invaders one. Now, this is an Aria Pro 2 Urchin series. They were made from 1982 to 1984. And I've made upgrades on the guitar. I just love the feel of the guitar. I like the way it looks. So that's why I use these. It's got a Kahler tremolo system. And it's got a Seymour Duncan blackout pickup in it. And other than that, it's pretty much the same guitar. So let's fire it up. I've got the amp set to the Evil Invader settings. Something else I'll tell you about one of my trade secrets, being a guy with terrible eyesight. I have ultraviolet light here, and I apply it to the neck of my guitar where I have, if you can see that, I have glow-in-the-dark tape. Now I know there are LED fretboards that you can get, but there are LED enhancements to your fretboards, but the problem with those for a guy with my eyesight is they're just not bright enough or big enough to help me. So when I'm on stage and I'm in a dark lighting situation, rather than complain to the lighting guy that he needs to keep me well lit the whole show, which doesn't always work, I have come up with this plan to put ultraviolet light onto glow-in-the-dark tape, and I get a glow-in-the-dark effect. You may not see it there right now, but trust me, it's very cool, and it works out very well for me on stage. So let's hear this amp anyway. Let's hear what it sounds like. Let's get some of that old Evil Invaders tone going. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to turn it up quite loud, so it's going to be tough to hear me talk. I won't talk over this, of course, unless I want to be a moron. So when I warm up, it's almost, geez, it almost fell over there. I haven't been drinking, I promise. When I warm up for a show, and I have to warm up, the older I get, the more I realize that. When I was younger, I used to just grab the guitar, get on the stage, and start playing fast. And once in a while, I'd get horrible cramps, especially right in this part of your arm. And I learned from experience that wasn't so smart to do. Now, after multiple surgeries on both hands, and I need more surgery at some point in the future, I get cortisone injections in my hands every 3 months to keep them from going completely numb. I'm going to need carpal tunnel surgery for both hands and stuff. But after learning that the hard way over the years, I realized warming up is very important. And what I do is it's almost like a relief pitcher or a starting pitcher before they start the game and they got to throw the 100-mile-an-hour fastball. They have to just do soft toss, they call it. So I start off with soft picking, where I'll just start off and play some basic easy riffs, like something like this. That's just a warm up. I'm not at full picking speed yet, but we're going to try and see what we can do, okay? That almost sounds like destruction. I wasn't trying to, but... Alright, enough screwing around. Let's do some Evil Invaders riffs for you guys. And it's, like I say, I don't think I'm fully limbered up yet. I probably wouldn't take the stage like this, but who knows. not everything's perfect, eh? So there's a couple of flubs in there, but hey man, that is the human race. We will make the odd flub, won't we? A couple more for you. And that's all, folks.